And welcome to High School Sports Live TV's Game of the Week here on Fox 43.2. And before we head into a brand new year, we're going to get rid of the old year with a great matchup tonight. The Mid-Penn, it's the Cumberland Valley Eagles invading the Carlisle Thundering Herd home here tonight. And it's all being brought to you by our premier sponsor, the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency and F&M Trust Bank. Gary Sutton with you alongside Kurt Smallwood and Jeff Thompson. And we are ready for a great one here tonight, as we're back into your home place here, Coach, in the Mid-Penn. And I know you used to ply your trade here a little bit, Coach Thompson, as well. But we talk about this Cumberland Valley Eagle team coming in high-flying right now, 7-0 on the season, just came off winning the tournament, 2-0 in the Mid-Penn, Coach. And when you talk about them, you're talking about a pretty balanced lineup, but you start with the kid, J.D. Hunter. Tell us a little bit about him.
Well, if you're talking about J.D., he's really the embodiment of what Cumberland Valley's trying to do. He's a really tough kid. Real tough kid, comes off a football season where he's a running back and a defensive back, and he makes it happen going to the hole. I like to see him shoot a little bit better from three, because I think if he does that, they're going to build a tent around the two big guys, Jackson Boone and Nolan Gilbert, were MVPs of the two tournaments. So I think Carlisle has to build a tent around the big guys, and JD's going to have a chance to shoot. Well, but don't go to sleep on that sophomore either, Nolan Bazolka, because he is good.
Coach Smallwood, we're coming in here, though, against a Carlisle team that's looking tougher and tougher under Coach Andre Anderson. And we start with a guy named Jaden Smith, a 6'5" junior who is getting it done and just did it in a recent tournament.
Boiling Springs MVP of the tournament. He's averaging 14.4, leading rebounder, leading in block shots and assists. One thing he has to clean up is the free throw line.
Free throw line is not a good place for either of these two teams tonight. 61% for Cumberland Valley, 55% for this Carlisle team. Not something you normally see from an Andre Anderson coach team. I'm sure he's going to be working in the gym a little bit on those. But you watch these two clubs tonight, both of them play pretty good defense. 59 a game for Carlisle, giving up 49 a game. On the other side, Cumberland Valley at 55 points a game, giving up 39 a game, only an average of 32.8 in the last 3 games. So both these teams know how to get down and gritty, and we're going to watch them here tonight. We're getting ready for a great Mid-Penn matchup. 1-1 for Carlisle, by the way, in the Commonwealth. 2-0 for Cumberland Valley, a big game for both as they get ready to close out the old year and high fly into a new year. And you're going to watch it all right here on the High School Sports Live TV Game of the Week, right here on Fox 43.2.
More choices, more laughter, more time to play, and less need to worry. At Capital Blue Cross, we're driven by a simple goal: to go the extra mile for you through all of life's ups and downs, and to always be there when you need us. Capital Blue Cross, going the extra mile for you.
Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rentals, parts, and service needs of its customer. Students, begin your professional journey in a high-demand field with Groff Tractor. Contact us today to discover the power of our technician internship programs. Groff Tractor also offers scheduled maintenance along with 24/7 emergency service. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
The Jet Giambavo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 5 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Genesis of York, Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Giambavo Hyundai of Hanover, and our newest dealership, Jack Giambavo Mazda. The Giambavo family of dealerships. Over 30 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With a reputation for quality service after the sale, Giambavo is proud to serve your community. Find out why. The Jack Giambavo family of dealerships. 5 great locations. Online at giambavo.com.
So a while back, I thought to myself, I'm never going to own a home. I'm going to have to rent forever. I didn't have money for a down payment. I had no credit history, and I just got out of a divorce. But PHFA showed me that home ownership is possible. They offer me a low-interest mortgage and a way to manage the closing cost. To me, this is more than just my home. It's a huge accomplishment and a new chapter in my life, thanks to PHFA.
You mean the world to us.
You sure do.
And one day, you'll need to take care of us just like we take care of you. We have goals to retire and travel, and you're a big part of those plans.
I don't think they understand.
Maybe I'm just not good at this.
Our investment and trust services team helps you plan for the future. Have better conversations with your money with F&M Trust.
And welcome back to Carlisle High School, home of the Thundering Herd, for tonight's Mid-Penn matchup. Our F&M Trust starters brought to you right here. J.D. Hunter, the senior, starting tonight, 10.9 points a game. Dylan Levis, Nolan Gilbert, Nolan Bazalka, and Jackson Boone. A rugged 5 here for the 7-0 Eagles coming in. On the other side are F&M Trust starters. Jaden Smith, 6.5. At 6'5", averaging 14.4 a game. Christopher Smith, Snyder, and Griffey complete that lineup. Should be a good one here tonight. 5-2 Carlisle up against 7-0 Cumberland Valley. Coach Kirk Small with me, Kirk side here. We're ready for a good one here, Coach.
Cumberland Valley comes in with an unblemished record. Uncharacteristically, the shooting hasn't been where it needs to be, but their inside play has been phenomenal.
And you saw it right there with the inside passing as Gilbert finishes off a beautiful pass from Jackson Boone for the opening deuce of the game. And back comes Carlisle.
Carlisle is much more athletic than they have been in the last couple years.
Carlisle with only one starter on the floor under 6 feet, that being Christopher at 5'11". Rangy group out here, Coach.
Yes, they are.
Good look, far side, not going to go off the long hip, but a good offensive rebound and put right back up and in by Jeremiah Snyder with the opening deuce for the Bison. Our two coaches here tonight, David Vespignani and Andre Anderson, two of the best in the Mid-Penn.
Absolutely, and they're sitting at the top of the thing trying to battle it out. They do a good job, both of them.
First turnover here for Cumberland Valley. They come back a little 1-3-1 look here at half court.
This is a little different for Cumberland Valley. I have never known them to play a 1-3-1 half court.
It almost looks like they're matching up then out of that. Good look from the near side, not going to go. Good rebound by Boone as he drags it down, and Cumberland Valley with the basketball.
Boone is a very, very good rebounder, and we'll be hearing a lot from him throughout the game. He's the leading rebounder on this Cumberland Valley team.
Shooting 80% from inside two-point range, so he doesn't miss a lot. They really do look for the post a lot in this team.
That high-low look, Coach, is one of the things that that's their bread and butter.
Jaden Smith with the rebound, kicks it back. Good shot from the corner, up, not going to go. And Boone with another rebound. The big guy can throw in the glass.
Yes, that's what he'll do. He'll defend that defensive glass all night.
Man-to-man right now for Carlisle on the other end. It's interesting how they use Boone at the top of the key and then take him down low eventually. But they spread a little bit more with him and do a lot of high-low stuff in the middle. Boone is one big guy out there, I'll tell you what. They list him at like 6'6", but I'll tell you, he plays like 6'10". You look at the size of him.
Looks a lot bigger. Big hands, big feet.
They do a lot of picking and rolling. Kind of an NBA style look. Outside look, not going to go. Neither of these teams great outside shooting teams at all.
And that's different for both teams. I mean, Andre Henry usually has some sharpshooters in his lineup, as well as Coach Vespignani.
Here comes that 1-3-1 look again. I'm not sure if it stays a 1-3-1. Every zone they say becomes a 2-3 after the first pass.
Yeah.
We'll see how this one looks. They're not really attacking out of it, just kind of slowing down Carlisle.
Coach, it looks like that basic 1-3-1 because the back guy goes to the corner on the passes.
Good little run there, up and in by Julian Christopher, his first deuce of the game. A nice little running control one-hander. Carlisle up by 2 here in the early going, 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Early start here tonight at 6 o'clock, getting ready for the holidays, and everybody wants to get this game in before the end of the year. So there you go. This is a replay or a makeup for a game that was scheduled back in the first game of the season for us. But hey, glad we're here, and the place is packed tonight.
Absolutely. Nice, wild crowd.
Boone takes it back inside. Nice hook. Boone up there on the offensive glass again. Loses it out of bounds, though. And the ball belonged to Carlisle. But they do a lot of high-low.
Yes.
You can't get a lot of help side there.
Right. That's their bread and butter, Coach. Usually the high guy is a little bit more above the foul line. It's a little tight right now, but I'm sure that's an adjustment that they'll make.
Coming back this time, a little different look. Looks like they just match it up out of a 2-3 zone now, Coach.
Yes.
Carlisle studying it, feeling their way through it here. 4:35 mark in the first quarter. 4-2 the score. There's Christopher again, long look, and Christopher with a big one from downtown, and the smallest guy in the lineup is big right now with 5 points in the game.
Julian Christopher, the 5'11 guard.
You look right now, a lot of picking and rolling. You're going to get Boone setting a lot of pick and rolls right now, and Gilbert doing the same thing. Foul on the play.
Personal foul number 25, Spencer Griffey.
Spencer Griffey called with his first, be the team's second here in the early going.
Spencer Griffey is a nice-looking athlete. He's only a sophomore, 6'5" forward.
Snyder and Griffey were the only 2 fouls in the game, both for Carlisle. Now Gilbert will dive back into that low post again. Then you go high-low with Jackson and him, and underneath he gets it. Nice job as Gilbert pinned the man on his high side and then put it away inside.
Coach, that's the Cumberland Valley bread and butter.
Work the guy in your hip, seal him, and get him.
That's right.
And if you get in the high side and you get it straight over the top, you're not going to get any help side to help in behind.
And when you have talented forwards like they have that can get the ball into the post, that's a plus.
Carlisle with the basketball here. They're not getting a lot of penetration right now against this defense of Cumberland Valley.
They're looking at a lot of big bodies out there for Cumberland Valley.
There's your look. Smith lets it go. Pulled down again this time by Gilbert. And the big guys controlling the glass so far for the Eagles.
Absolutely. One of the things I really like about the Cumberland Valley team, their scoring is very balanced.
Right.
Everybody in between 9 and 12 points, actually.
Right. Carlisle, same thing at 10.2, 12.3, 14.4, 11.3, 5.9. So you got balance on both sides here, and that's what it takes to win a championship in a league like the Mid-Penn, where you're going to grind during the course of the season.
Absolutely. And from the looks of things, Coach, it looks like they have enough big bodies to pound that thing inside.
They really do. And there's Smith, and Smith, who's coming off being the MVP in this recent tournament they played in over at Boiling Springs, exerts his will there and gets to the glass.
In the Commonwealth, he's going to be a very tough matchup. You know, a guy that's 6'5" guard are very hard to come by in the Mid-Penn Commonwealth.
Foul marked up on J.D. Hunter. His first, team first, is up and in here from Jaden Smith. Jaden Smith on the season, a 64% free throw shooter, which, believe it or not, is the best shooting percentage from the free throw line of this team. That's not a number you and I would both be very happy about.
No, and I'm sure Coach Anderson isn't also. He'll clean that up.
I saw Smith talking the other day in the interview about their team, and he said, we start with energy. He said, we're going to win games. And they play with a lot of energy. I mean, they really do. You watch them defensively here.
Yeah, they get after it.
They're going to get tested inside tonight all night long, though. Here's the pick and roll again to Boone, and Boone.
Very well executed. I really appreciated how the screener held it 4,000, 1,002 before he rolled.
The other thing, too, you always want to, on the pick and roll, you always want to give your big guy a chance to score without even having to put it on the floor, or maybe with just one dribble and get up and in, as Boone hits his first shot here. Second foul on Snyder. That's going to go to the bench there. And they're going to bring in Lucas Ream for him for Carlisle to tail in for Snyder, who has 2 fouls, 3 team fouls so far. Jackson moving his first one up and in, his first points of the night. And his second one also good after it rattles around a bit. So Jackson Boone on the board. And Boone comes out of the game for a quick rest. Little different look each time defensively for Cumberland Valley coming back, this time man-to-man, but
looks like they're trying to mix it up a little bit.
And the deal is that. Get in that guy's hand, let him go to the rack.
Absolutely.
Jaden Smith with 3 points now, and man-to-man, he looked like meat to a lion right there. He was going at the rack right away.
Absolutely.
There's your 3 from the outside, downtown, as it's hooked up.
Nolan Bazolka.
Nolan Bazolka with his first 3 of the night. First 3 for Cumberland Valley as well. We said neither of these teams really relies on the 3 that much, but they like to mix it in as a supplement.
Yes, Bazolka's the leading 3-point shooter for Cumberland Valley.
Good pull up there, not going to go. Rebound yanked down by Jake Snyder, who's in there now for the Eagles.
Coach Anderson has to be happy with the shots he's getting.
How about Hunter? Make that Bazolka again, rather. Bazolka with his second straight. He says, give it to me, coach. My hand is hot. A timeout on the floor. 1:30 to go in the first quarter. 12-10. Cumberland Valley leads on High School Sports Live TV on Fox 43.2.
across Pennsylvania, families are living their lives in their own homes. Not long ago, none of these families believed it possible. And then they discovered there was someone who could help. What was once only a dream is now a reality. Welcome home.
Welcome back. 1:30 to go here in the first quarter. And we want to remind you that Advanced Hoops is offering a special middle school boys winter league. It's not too late to sign up. To find out more, go to www.advancedhoops.com. Gary Sutton, Kirk's ball with you. Jeff Thompson, you'll hear from him at the end of the first quarter with Thompson's timeout. But we said they don't shoot the threes much. Guess what? Bazalka didn't get the memo.
And he's not even hitting the rim, Coach. He's putting that thing in.
And he's shooting it in rhythm, and that's what you always like to watch.
Yes,
if you're shooting it in rhythm. We saw York High, he shooting in rhythm, missed a lot of shots.
Yeah.
But here tonight, Bazalka says, give it to me, Coach. That's my layup.
Credit to the passer.
You got it. And you got a foul called here. Let's go up against Cumberland Valley. And the foul is going to be on J.D. Hunter, and that's going to be his second here in the first quarter. And so not something that Dave Vespignotti is very happy about. Jaden Smith, every time he gets it, he's going to try to make something happen if he can. There's Christopher from downtown, and Christopher with his second three of the night. He's got 8 points here in the first quarter, and Carlisle up by 1.
Coach Julian Christopher came to play basketball today.
Boy, did he ever.
He's doing a good job.
Lucas Ream just into the game there. Parker Smith bringing the ball up this time. Look at Parker Smith, a little move. Who'd that remind you of? That could have been Jeff Lebo.
Yes.
Huh? He used to play pretty well in this gym.
Quick turnover.
It's a deuce by Ream, and now a steal by Christopher. The energy is starting to build here for Carlisle. 15-12. They lead it under a minute to go. This guy could take it with the best of them to the rack. He's going to pull it out right now as Jaden Smith. 30 seconds coming up. Coach, you said you'd like to go in about 8 seconds on this if you're holding for the last shot, right?
Yes, you want to put yourself in a position to get a rebound and possibly a stick back.
Jaden Smith being guarded by Snyder. Here goes Smith. Going up hard, and Smith finds a way to get it home. Jaden Smith in for his 5th point. 1.2 seconds ago, they let it fly. Not going to happen. 17-12. Carlisle leads it here at the end of the first quarter. We'll take a break. We'll come right back with Thompson's timeout right here on Fox 43.2. Time now for timeout with Jeff Thompson. Jeff, take it away.
Gene Evans Gymnasium, and he was quite a legend, and I have someone who could right here, he's a legend himself. Playing for Gene Evans.
A very educated man. Be done. He couldn't play basketball, making mistakes. He was a hard coach, very good, intelligent man.
We're going to break away. We have a little bit of technical difficulty there. We'll come right back to the game. We'll get back to Jeff there later and maybe pick up on that interview as Carlisle with a 5-point lead at the end of the first quarter. Smith lets it go, and Smith not going to get it. Rebounded by Cumberland Valley.
Coach Jaden Smith has really developed into one of the better players in the Mid-Penn Commonwealth Division. He shoots it from all 3 levels, and like we saw, he can get to the rack.
Carlisle coming out this quarter. Looks like they're playing a little bit more on the inside, maybe some kind of zone there. Looks a little junky, but it's they're packing it in against that big team that, although the small team's on the floor right now, Boone's on the bench.
Yeah, I think what they're trying to do, Coach, is take away that high-low effect that Cumberland Valley usually banks on.
Good point. You're going to get a push out down there. And I think they're going to call that on Spencer Griffey, and if it is, it'll be his second. And Spencer Griffey picks up his second foul, and that is not something you want to see tonight. The big guy is going to be important in there against some of those big guys from Cumberland Valley.
Absolutely. If he's going to spend a foul, you want to spend it on those big dudes you're going to have to guard for 4 quarters.
And Andre Otterson knows that because he gets them off the floor right away. So a smaller group in there, both teams. You wonder if you bring back Jackson Boone here, maybe with Griffey out of there. Nice job here with the zone there, packing it in the inside. They're taking away the high-low.
Cumberland Valley's trying to be patient. Here's that high-low look. Looks like he missed the cutter.
Trying to post up Dylan Levis down there. And the shot is not going to go, obviously. And so it's 17-12 here. Cumberland Valley down by 5. And Carlisle with the basketball. And not much of a hurry here to get it up there at 6:38 here of the first half. Tom Marpo, Chris Delosier, and Robert Butts are officials here tonight doing a great job. Look at Smith. Switched his hands right there. Didn't go, but what an innovative move.
Yeah, we would have liked to see something a little stronger. But, you know, these are high school guys.
Pick and roll again, and they're missing the big guys in there, as is missed that time by Zural Oganeiki. And you're getting Boone back in there right now. Pull up, jump shot, not going to go off the hands of Parker Smith. Smith wanted the foul. Referee said no. 6 minutes to go here to the half. Don't forget at half over Jack Giambalvo halftime report. We'll be coming back down to Jeff Thompson here as well with that interview. We picked that up again because there's a little bit of a technical difficulty there. Boy, they love that pick and roll off the wings, don't they?
Absolutely. That's what they'll do.
There's your look from downtown. That's not going to go, but rebound, boom, right away. Or check that, rather. That's going to be number 22, Bazalka in there. Bazalka now with 8 points here in the first half.
Bazalka is doing a very, very good job, and I really like his board work.
Cumberland Valley pulls it back to 3. Post up here by Jaden Smith, trying to work one-on-one. Kicks it far side, stolen away by Bazalka again. Well, you want to talk about big bodies. Bazalka's got it. Misses it, though. Rebound yanked down by Oganeiki. Christopher kicks it. Inside, stolen away again. This time taken away by Jake Snyder. We'll dish it off to Levis. Levis with a pull-up, fakes it. And foul is called, and I think it's going to be number 11. That's going to be Christopher with the foul. So Christopher will pick up his first foul here of the first half. It'll be the team 5th against Carlisle.
Jeremiah Snyder returns to the Carlisle lineup.
You got Boone back in there now. He's a screener, and he's going to go off there. It looks like they try to throw it high side, won't get it. And inbound the ball does Cumberland Valley. The Eagles 7-0 on the season, 2-0 in the Mid-Penn. Carlisle 5-2, 1-1 in the Big Penn. Big game for both these clubs.
Another screen and roll, Coach.
Run it all night long with bodies like that. You'd want to do that, wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
Use what you got. Here it is, the same other side. Boy, I'll tell you what, is Bazalka a tough kid.
Bazalka really came to play.
Man, oh day, he's got 10 points here in the first half. He drives it hard to the basket, and the foul will be marked up on Hezekiah Thomas into the game now.
Bazalka,
his first, team 7, excuse me, Coach.
Bazalka has that big football-type body. Looks like a big high school tight end.
He's a 70% free throw shooter, and tonight 100 because he knocks it down for his 11th point of the game. He's been MVP of the first half here as they tie it up, 17-17. No scores yet this half for Carlisle. 4:34 to go till halftime.
Carlisle's got to find a way to put the ball in the bucket.
Good hard rebound there by Lucas Reed. They don't have Jaden Smith on the floor right now. You got to wonder, where's the scoring going to come from?
Absolutely. They got to find somebody that's going to put the ball in the basket.
Oganeiki gets stuck at the baseline. I think he might have stepped out of bounds, and he did.
Good defense.
And Andre Anderson's seen enough. 4:10 to go here in the first half. We got a tie score. We'll take a break. We'll come right back. This is your High School Sports Live TV Game of the Week right here on Fox 43.2.
The Jet Giambavo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 5 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Genesis of York, Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Giambavo Hyundai of Hanover, and our newest dealership, Jack Giambavo Mazda. The Giambavo family of dealerships. Over 30 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With a reputation for quality service after the sale, Giambavo is proud to serve your community. Find out why. The Jack Giambavo family of dealerships. 5 great locations. Online at giambavo.com.
Welcome back to Carlisle High School. Gary Sutton with you, Kirk Smallwood, Jeff Thompson. 17-17 is a 5-0 run here to start the second quarter. 4:10 to go, and Andre Anderson wants to figure out how he's going to get some points on the board.
Absolutely. The ball movement is good. These guys are getting the shots they want, but it's just not falling right now. As Carlisle goes into what may look like a 1-3-1 or 3-2.
It's kind of an odd front zone. Everything's meant to sag down on the forwards. With Boone in there, certainly Boone doesn't go to the post right now, but they'll start to run that pick and roll off the wing. But this zone makes them change their way of attacking a little bit. In and out basketball. Bazalka kicks it back out. Got a free look far side and not going to go. Bazalka with his hands on it again, but nice job by Ogunike of getting the rebound. Jaden Smith still not on the floor at the moment.
Carlisle's being very, very patient.
Problem is right now you have no slasher going in for Carlisle. With Smith out of there, no one's looking to drive the lane. Here's one guy that is. But
yes.
Parker Smith. Christopher does a lot of east-west dribbling on those, but doesn't really go south.
Yeah, you got to get to the paint, son.
There's Parker Smith. He penetrates, opens up a little bit of a shot by Christopher. Christopher lets it go. Not going to go. Rebound inside again. And who is it pulling it down? Mr. Gilbert. Nolan Gilbert.
Good rebound by Mr. Gilbert. Also, very good defense by Jackson Boone, who actually ran the shooter off the spot.
Jeremiah Snyder picks up his 3rd foul of the first half, so he's going to sit down. Actually, he's going to stay in there right now. So at the line is Gilbert. Gilbert on the season, a 56% free throw shooter. Team only shoots at 61% from the free throw line. Gilbert up, and it will bounce around and not go. But a rebound again inside by Boone, and Boone puts it away. You got to box out.
Another offensive rebound for a bucket.
Boone with his 4th point of the first half, his first bucket of the game, believe it or not. A little foul out front. That will be against Cumberland Valley. Be marked up on Dylan Levis. Should be his first. Team 4th against the Eagles.
Levis is doing a good job keeping the guards out of the paint.
Let's see Christopher get a little bit more penetration, wouldn't you, from the guard spot?
Yes.
This guy, I love the way he plays.
Yeah.
Blocked away. Man, big time move right there by Jake Snyder on the block. As a nice move by Parker Smith to the basket.
Good job.
Coach, you're in the mid-pen. Getting down that lane is no place for the weak of heart, is it?
Oh, no. Know that someone's going to touch you once you get in there.
You make a lot of friends when you have that ball. Parker Smith is trying to really get some penetration, is doing it. There's your look outside, and again, not going to go, and there's Bazalka with the rebound.
Bazalka's playing an excellent game in the first half. He's doing a very good job.
Really is. You're right about that football body. There's a pick and roll with Boone. You got Boone down inside now. They'll look to hit him at some point in this sequence, you would think. They're playing man-to-man.
They're looking high-low. There it is.
Again, and then just the bread and butter, as you called it, Coach. 6 points in the game now for Nolan Gilbert on a nice touch from the high post from Jackson Boone.
And that's what Cumberland Valley does. That's what they hang their hat on.
Coach, that's 9 unanswered points this quarter and none so far for Carlisle. They have not scored this quarter.
Credit Cumberland Valley defense, Coach. They're doing a very good job. They're looking for it again. Screen roll.
Oh, there's
and
definite
a foul.
Yeah, definite foul. That one easy to call on Parker Smith.
Coach, defensively, it looks like the only thing that Carlisle did to slow down that high-low attack is when they went 1-3-1.
Gilbert back at the line here, up and good. Gilbert 1 out of 2 from the charity stripe tonight. He has 7 points in the game. That's right now 10 unanswered points. 10-0 this quarter so far for Cumberland Valley. Talk about defense. You can see why they're only giving up 39 points a game. The second shot also up and good by Gilbert, who's had a really solid first half quietly with 8 points.
Absolutely.
When Boone was out of there, Gilbert was the guy who was the rock of power in the inside.
Inside 2 minutes, and you've only given up 17 points. You're really playing good defense.
They're not getting any penetration right now is Carlisle, and they're paying for it. 1:23 to go to the half. Inside to Boone again. Boone using that size. Boone up, not going to go. Gets his own rebound, has it tapped away. Foul call. And the foul against Carlisle, and that's Mastrangelo, who picks up his first foul. He's in there off the bench.
Mastrangelo gives Carlisle a little bit of size. It's going to be very valuable in the second half.
Here's Boone at the line, a 65% free throw shooter on this season, and tonight, 100%. He's 3 out of 3. He's got 5 points in the game. His presence, though, just his presence in the middle, and he was on the bench quite a while here in the second quarter, but his presence really is what draws a lot of the defense to him.
The big guys from Cumberland Valley are very, very active, Coach. They're very active, and they're doing a good job.
6 points for Boone in the game. That is now 13 unanswered point, 13-0 here in the second quarter for Cumberland Valley, as Carlisle has not been able to score. And finally,
there you go.
Up and in. Christopher says, I've had enough.
That penetration is just what the doctor ordered.
10 points in the first half now for Christopher, who's been the shining spark here and keeps them in the game right now. He's looking to knock this one down. Christopher, only a 43% free throw shooter on the season. Hard to believe.
Very hard to believe.
Not with a stroke like that as he knocks it down here. 11 points in the first half for Julian Christopher.
They needed that bucket very, very badly, Coach.
1 minute to play in the first half. Big possession here. If you're Cumberland Valley, you're trying to take a run into that locker room. You know, get the last 2 points of the first half and the first 2 of the second. And packing that zone in, and they're very content right here.
Cumberland Valley's being very, very patient.
At what point in time do you hit Boone's hands?
He'll get it.
What they do is they take the one forward, put him in the one corner, center down underneath, and then flash him in and post. You end up having almost like a triple post at times.
And they have the personnel to make that very, very effective and efficient.
They really do. And now just holding it here, down to 22 seconds. They're going to go for the last shot, obviously. Cumberland Valley has given up only 3 points all quarter. 25-20, now down to 14 seconds. I always thought you wanted to go in about 11 to get yourself a second shot in case you missed, especially with this team. 6 seconds. Now you got to rush a little bit, and then a foul. Oh, my.
Not a good foul.
Not at all. Jaden Smith with his first foul of the night, but that's the 10th. It's a double bonus here, so you give the guy going the line here, Nolan Gilbert, a chance to get 2 shots.
Nolan Gilbert is at 6'5" senior, is averaging 11.2 points per game.
He's up and good. He's 3 for 3 tonight from the free throw line, a 56% shooter. But you know my rule on that. 2-pointer makes the bad free throw shooter good, the good free throw shooter great, and the great one astronomical. Look at this. Oh, he missed the second one now. So now you get it back. Carlisle, a chance to score here at the end of the quarter. Let it go. Not going to go. And that is it. 26-20 here at the half. Cumberland Valley leads it. And we want to go right away down to Jeff Thompson with timeout for Thompson. He's got a very special guest, and he's going to take it down at the other end of the court here before we get to our halftime. He's got a special guest. Well, he's going to come up here right away and get with it. Jeff, take it away. It's timeout with Thompson here, and Jeff Thompson with a special guest. Jeff, take it away.
Thank you, Gary. Hey, we're here at Carlisle Gene Evans Gymnasium. Talk to Gene Evans and he is a coach, because this is the legend himself. Bill, what was it like to play for Gene?
Well, Gene was a very fundamentally sound coach. Basically, liked everything to be done the right way. Made you practice hard. Is a guy that was very intelligent, and as far as what he does and what he did and what he tried to stood for.
And one of his mates, also played for Gene, but it's kind of interesting because when you had your major success here at Carlisle, 4 state championships. I know your son Perry played before that and scored 1,000 points, but your was pretty influential in that run too. Just about.
Well, Michael and you know, Billy basically was the ones that they worked hard. They knew what they wanted to do as far as playing in the upper level and carrying on. Basically, they worked hard at the game, and I didn't have to really take them to the gym because I was coach. So they were always with me, so they just worked on their game.
Well, it's a pleasure to be here with a true legend, Carlisle. He's been Carlisle for, I can remember, and Bill, thanks a lot for speaking with me.
And Jeff Thompson, the Jeff Thompson timeout. We're going to take a break. We're going to come right back. And fans, don't forget, go to www.hsslivetv.com for full schedule. Coming up here at halftime, Jack Giambalvo halftime report. We'll have the AT&T and Capital Blue Cross halftime stats, the OSS Health first half stats. And now it's time for a special halftime special with Groff Tractor CEO Mike Savastio and Charlie Fortney.
High School Sports Live has been excited over the years to partner with Groff Tractor. Mike Savastio and his team have been a big part of putting High School Sports Live on television, and we thank them from the bottom of our heart. But today, we're out here for a new reason, Toys for Tots. Mike, it took Toys for Tots and what your company's doing for the community to finally get you to come on High School Sports Live. It kind of shows how humble of a guy you are. It took 14 years to get you out here.
Well, I mean, we've been with you from day one, and we've always had a belief in investing in the future of our kids. And so when these two came to me about Toys for Tots and they told me what they wanted to do 5 years ago, it was an easy decision because every kid deserves a good Christmas, and it's just like every kid deserves a chance to play sports. Every kid, and today there's a lot of kids that it's been a struggle. And so I'm really proud of our employees, and really it's these two over here and a bunch of our other employees have put this all together. And it's, as president of a company, it makes you really proud to see your people.
I know, I bet it does. And this is Melissa and Katie Reed here. Melissa, talk about how this idea came about, because it seems like a really special idea here at Groff.
Well, my father passed away in 2018, and he served in the military, in the Marine Corps. Served in Vietnam, so he's a Vietnam vet also. So I thought it'd be a great way to honor my father and help the community at the same time. And who doesn't want a toy under the Christmas tree for a child?
Katie, you've been involved in marketing in all different roles with Groff over the years. This had to get you a little excited too to see something like this happen. And if you don't mind talking about how the employees got involved.
Well, this year we try to do extra with the employees and get our employees to get involved in building the bikes. So we had all of the bikes purchased unassembled, and we went to all of our branches across Pennsylvania and had them assembled by our employees and had a contest to see who could do it the fastest, because everybody's always in for having a contest.
Well, and I got my bike picked out right here. This was the biggest one, but I don't know if I'm allowed to take this with me today, but I just see all these bikes and all these presents. This is awesome. And Groff Tractor, you're the instant replay on our broadcast, but there's going to be a lot of kids, underprivileged youth in the area that Toys for Tots is going to connect with. And I'm just hoping, and we're hoping, that this is just almost like an instant replay, household after household during Christmas, that are going to be able to reduplicate, just bringing some joy into some kids' lives. We're proud to be a part of this, partnering with Groff Tractor on High School Sports Live, and we're just excited for years to come of reaching the community with Groff Tractor.
Where were you last night? Do you know how embarrassing that was for me? No. Don't deflect. Well, that wasn't passive aggressive. Listen, I just need to know that I can trust you're going to be there when I need you. Hello? Our money just hung up on me.
Not cool. Track your spending with our personal finance tool. Just another way to have better conversations with your money. from F&M Trust.
Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rentals, parts, and service needs of its customer. Students, begin your professional journey in a high-demand field with Groff Tractor. Contact us today to discover the power of our technician internship programs. Groff Tractor also offers scheduled maintenance along with 24/7 emergency service. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
All across Pennsylvania, families are living their lives in their own homes. Not long ago, none of these families believed it possible. And then they discovered there was someone who could help. What was once only a dream is now a reality. Welcome home.
We wake up with the sun. We live in a place we're proud to call home. For us, it's knowing that those we help are neighbors, friends, family. As the leader in providing the best orthopedic care for our community, we come together to do our part.
Welcome back to our Jack T. and Balbo halftime report. Gary Sutton with you alongside of Kirk Smallwood, Jeff Thompson. Score here at half, 26-20. A 14-3 second quarter here run by Cumberland Valley as they grounded out, really led to this. Let's take a look at how he got there. The first half highlights brought to you by AT&T and OSS Health. And guys, take me through this a little bit because this first quarter looked like Carlisle, but it didn't stay that way. Christopher started it all out.
Christopher was hitting the 3 ball. He was getting the ball to the right guys. I think he did a good job directing the offense.
He comes up there and gets a nice pass off Jaden Smith for the score inside. Did he? They really did. Jaden Smith again to Christopher. Christopher another 3 ball outside. And Carlisle had it going on there in the first quarter, 17-12, the end of the quarter. And also found Nolan Gilbert inside that high-low pass that Coach Smallwood was talking about a lot.
And Bazolka's been very, very active on both boards. I mean, stick backs and defensive boards.
Something Carlisle needs more of there with Jaden Smith driving the basket. And then there he saw Bazolka again, just burying the 3, 2 of those in a row.
But he fills up the stat sheet doing a lot of things. He gets assists.
He shows you can do it from the other side, too, as he knocks the 3 down. And the Bison down right here. And now we take a look at our Capital Blue Cross halftime stats. And guys, size those up a little bit for me.
Well, the only difference really is free throws. 6-point game.
Absolutely.
That free throws tells you, though, about penetration, either with a high-low or by the penetration they're getting off drives. On the other side, you're not getting much at all. 2 out of 3. You're only getting the line 3 times. 14-8 in turnovers in the first half. That is an astounding number there when you look at that. And I think we got a little bit of a mistake there on rebounds, not 43-4. So we'll double check that one later on. Kind of cross that out of your mind. Neither team is going to kill you with a 3-pointer here. 2 out of 7, 2 out of 10, Coach.
No, but what's going to happen, Coach? Carlisle's got to come up with some way to defend the high-low attack of Cumberland Valley.
And that's the end of our Jack T. and Balbo halftime report. And we're ready to start the third quarter here. 26-20. Cumberland Valley, the Eagles are, I won't say they're flying, but they're steadily moving higher and higher. Carlisle needs to find a way to get inside that defense here in the second half. Again, we talked about it. Cumberland Valley only giving up 39 points a game. You see why here tonight. Those big bodies, whether they play zone, they switch up on you a little bit. They play a little man-to-man, 1-3-1, 2-3. And Carlisle, very tough, but had a tough time scoring in that second quarter. They're only giving up 49 points a game, but they got to find a way to get somebody inside that defense.
It's been a lot of chatter amongst the defenders on the Cumberland Valley team, and that's a credit to the coach.
There it is, always looking inside for the big guys, and Boone trying to get a tough bucket. Nice job by Carlisle fighting it off.
Looks like he might have got hit on that, Coach, but it's the Commonwealth, so it doesn't matter.
Exactly right. Yeah, you come in, you expect, like you said, you expect to get hit. To Boone, Boone up, not going to go. Rebound, Carlisle just fighting it off here, and Smith finally gets his hands in the basketball. Let's see what Carlisle tries to do here in the second half.
Yeah, Jaden Smith's got to get it going. He had 5 points in the first half. And, you know, he's their leading scorer. He's their guy.
And you watch the eyes of Cumberland Valley. All 5 sets of eyes are on number 4.
Yes.
He's not, they're saying, you're not going to beat us. You might beat us, but it's not going to be you. Not by yourself. Here's where you want to get Smith operating in the middle of the floor. Christopher with that 3 ball, not going to go again. Smith got it though, and he gets inside and puts it away.
Excellent play.
Nice job, heads up play by Smith, who now has 7 points, and they draw first blood here in the second half. 22-26 right now. Cumberland Valley leads. Another steal here. And up and in again, and all of a sudden, Jeremiah Snyder says, hey, how about me?
And there's a turnover.
And another turnover, so just like that, they're starting to get that energy going that they talk about so much here at Bison Country.
Yeah, Carlisle's not going to go away without a fight. Those guys are picking it up defensively, getting deflections, better leading to possessions.
Smith has the left side open if he wants to try to test it. Now they bring Christopher across. Christopher's the most active guy without the basketball in this team.
He sure is. I like the way he directs the offense, and his scoring potential is very, very positive for
I like
Carlisle.
this guy, too, if he can be a little more control of the ball.
There's
Smith on the floor.
Smith.
You got a jump ball there, and the ball belonged to Carlisle. A good hustle there.
Coach, I'd like to see Carlisle get in the lane a little bit more and either find a teammate or finish at the rim. But that's what is going to change the complexion of the game.
I think it's a great point. I mean, that middle area is growing vegetables right now. It's not where you want to be. You're not there too often. Look at this. Little bit
lob play.
Big lob play there. And they had a guy go up and get it, too. Snyder stays with it. Can't get it away. Again, give credit to Bazalka and Boone there, rising up in front of him, and they're going to say ball belongs. We're going to double check it. I think they're going to turn this one around. Yep, it's going to stay with Carlisle. Take a look at the fight off here, though, and it's off Cumberland Valley. You can see it right there on our camera work by our Invicta crew, always on the spot. Chad Edwards, our Invicta crew, doing a great job tonight. Sorry, Coach.
It was knocked out by Bazalka, but that was excellent officials work.
Got to get it in. So here they set again, and Smith wants to do some stuff. I'll tell you what, J.D. Hunter has not scored yet tonight, but man, is he quick.
He's getting after it defensively, Coach.
It's interesting, only 3 guys have scored tonight so far for Cumberland Valley. That's Gilbert, Bazalka, and Boone.
First half, they had 26 points for the
little down screen on set piece. And Bazalka up. Bazalka's going to draw the foul. So a nice set piece there on the down screen. Bazalka gets it, comes off another rough screen.
Good footwork by Bazalka. Tried to finish with his left hand and got hit.
For Spencer Griffey, big foul there. That's his 3rd. He's almost got to be in there right now against the bigs. Shot up and good. Another nice stroke there by Bazalka, who's perfect for the line so far tonight. Now they're going to get Griffey out of there for the moment as they check in Lucas Ream again, who had a good solid first half off the bench.
Yes, he's very, very competitive.
70% shooter from the line, the best free throw shooter on the team here. And second shot up by Bazalka, who's now got 13 in the game here so far tonight and stretched the lead back to 4.
Carlisle could really, really use a bucket here.
They really want to get it to Smith. Foul's going to get called here. And that'll be on J.D. Hunter, and that's his 3rd.
Foul Hunter on the baseline shuffle cut.
So Hunter's been hampered by fouls tonight. One of the reasons he's not on the scoreboard this evening. He averages 11 points a game for this team.
Excellent defense.
Tell you what, you better have a purpose with the basketball against this Cumberland Valley team, because they don't play.
You have to be strong with it and know what you're going to do.
I always talk about use the dribble as a vehicle to drive or to set up a pass. Don't stand and hold the basketball. Good defensive teams like this are going to take something to it. That's Smith again. Man, Smith just finding a way to slice underneath and lay it in with the right hand. 4 points in the game for him.
Parker Smith is a very, very nice looking sophomore guard.
Good job of beating the press down there and then putting it away on the other end with Nolan Gilbert, who's now got 11 points in the game. Good pass ahead, though.
Nolan Gilbert's at his average right now.
30-26. Cumberland Valley leads. We got a good game going on here.
A lot of stationary players, a little bit too much dribbling.
Parker Smith has decided, I'm going to take it unto myself here to lift my team up, and he's got 6 points. He's going to go to the line with a chance for 7.
Parker Smith said, I know where you want me to go, Coach, right to the rack.
He said, get inside there. I heard Coach Smallwood say it just a moment ago up there. And the foul is marked up on Jake Snyder.
Jake Snyder.
That'll be his first. It'll be the team's second of the second half here against Cumberland Valley. Is at the line here, Parker Smith, a 60% free throw shooter on the season, and rattles it out. Need to make those.
It's so uncharacteristic to see a Vespignani and Andre Anderson teams that don't make free throws.
70 is that magic number. Anything above that, you got some jewels. Good hard move to the basket. Tell you what, this guy plays hard. And I'm talking about this guy being J.D. Hunter, his first deuce of the night, but he got his own rebound there off the miss and put it back.
J.D. Hunter is the second leading scorer for Cumberland Valley.
Look at Smith.
He's going to the hole again.
One thing, they must have seen the matchup here at Southern halftime. He's got 6 points in this quarter so far, 8 in the game, 32-30. Parker Smith is going to the basket every time he touches it.
Absolutely, and he's making the shot, and he's doing a good job.
Just what you said a moment ago, Kirk, that you said get in the lane. Somehow find a way to get in the lane. Parker Smith must have heard you. Here's that pick and roll. Hunter trying to get more involved. Outside it goes. Miss. Chased down by Gilbert. Gilbert back outside. Bazalka underneath. And up, and not going to go from J.D. Hunter, but he gets fouled on the play.
Coach, somebody got to remind J.D. Hunter, he's 5'11". He loves it close to the basket.
Another good pass inside the Hunters. That's the third foul now. Check that second foul against Johnson Holmes, who's into the game. I think that Parker Smith, rather. Parker Smith, not Johnson Holmes, Parker Smith. But I like what Smith has done here is basically he sensed we need to get in the lane, and he's done exactly that. And the matchup apparently is what he wants. Hunter's second shot is up, and 0 for 2 on that one.
Excellent rebound. Parker Smith went from one side of the lane to the other to get that.
Well, he's the guy who won touching hands right now. Inside it goes to Jaden Smith. He's the other one. Jaden Smith finds a way to get it down. And they're touching that lane now, Coach, just as you said.
Excellent adjustment by Coach Anderson.
9 points, missed shot, tie game, 32-30. Carlisle trying to get the lead back here. It's taken by Cumberland Valley, and it's walked. But great hustle down there on the other end of the court to probably save a layup by number 5, Dylan Levis. And we got a timeout on the floor. It's a tie score here. 3:07 to go in the third quarter. This is the High School Sports Live TV Game of the Week right here on Fox 43.2. Carlisle has climbed the small mountain they had to climb to get back 32-30 here. Kurt Smallwood. What did Andre Anderson do to change that last time out?
Andre understood that his points are going to have to come from inside the paint. He's got dribble drives, and on the last play, he got a nice post up by Jaden Smith.
That's what you have to do. Take your guard down and post up another guard. And of course, Jaden Smith, 6'5", is going to be bigger than most guards.
He's a tough matchup as a 6'5" guard in the Commonwealth.
Here he is out there being guarded by Bazalka right now in the top of that zone. Parker Smith again has feeling a hot hand. But again, he pulled up there instead of taking a little bit harder in, but still not a bad shot.
Not a bad shot at all.
But he's got a scoring mentality this quarter, which is exactly what you want to have. Someone other than Jaden Smith and maybe Christopher with a scoring mentality.
Something's going to happen where a high-low is getting ready to occur.
Here it is. There's the high-low, and right away, easy bucket in there. Ogunike with his first deuce of the night off a good pick and roll with Bazalka.
Ogunike is a very, very good player to bring off the bench.
Here you go. You need this. Christopher says, I got it. Julian Christopher with his third tray of the night. He's got 14 on the evening. 2:09 to go in the third quarter. 1-point lead for the Thundering Herd. Tough move here. Great move inside, as you saw Kip Gottlieb into the game there with his first 2 of the night. And Gottlieb with some points off the bench.
Coach, that's one of those moves you see in every camp in the summer.
And he held his foot. Here's Parker Smith again. Parker Smith back out to Jaden Smith. Jaden Smith looks to make a move. Good change of pace.
Nice play.
There's something you love to see, and it's missing out of the game so much. Change of pace. You saw Jaden Smith. We'll watch it here in the replay. Watch him take a step, kind of pull up, and then go.
Yes.
A guy named Jack Rowan at Columbia University used to teach that so well. Change of pace, man. I'll tell you what, if you could do that in basketball, watch this. And then he just dished it off inside.
You need that in your repertoire.
Cumberland Valley up by 1 right now as this game's going back and forth here with lead changes. 1:38 to go. Jaden Smith all the way downtown, not going to go. Smith's going to grab it, has it knocked away by Bazalka. Bazalka down the court. Christopher can't get to him, and Bazalka gets it on Nolan Bazalka with 15 points in this one. A 3-point lead again for the Eagles. 1:22 to go.
Coach, no one in the gym was going to stop Nolan Bazalka from laying that ball in.
Parker Smith gets it on the wing. Back inside to get that touch. Good passing underneath.
Good block.
A block against Gottlieb, but it's going to be a foul called on Gottlieb instead. And there are 2 shots going to the line here for Jeremiah Snyder. He's not been there yet tonight. He's got 4 in the game.
Yeah, I'd like to see Jeremiah Snyder get a little more active.
Good inside pass, though. Interior here. Look at this. Nice dish off. And he just took a moment, kind of bobbled the ball, and that cost him.
Yeah. I'd like to see him have his hands ready to receive the pass.
I know one of the great things your Harrisburg teams always did was finalize. And I know you, and I know you practiced that a long time. It doesn't matter how pretty you look getting up there. You got to be strong and finalize, right?
And finish, yes, absolutely.
Snyder with his first bucket of the night for the free throw line. 62% free throw shooter. He gets another chance here. He's looking for number 6 to pull within 1. Up, not going to go. Rattles off. Taken down by Cumberland Valley. 1:08 to go. Let's see if they go for the last shot. Look for something inside here. Here comes the pick and roll. You'll see the dive down inside by Gilbert. Good block inside. Did they get a jump ball? Ball's going to stay here with Cumberland Valley.
Coach is calling his favorite pet play, number 2.
All right, let's see what that is. Probably start with a back screen here. Back screen, come off, then screen the screener, weak side. There he is.
Got it.
Yep.
And the foul.
And that's exactly what he wanted. He got the switch he wanted, and then he gets up third foul also on Parker Smith.
One of the things that would have helped Carlisle is if they were in a stance. Most of their guys were standing straight up. It is so easy to get screened if you're not in a stance.
Unless you're going to switch it somehow, and we used to switch on crosses a lot of times. You get mismatches, as you saw right there. So the shot is up and not going to go. And there you see screening the screener, and that screener is the most dangerous guy on the floor so many times, with the guy who's screened stepping back. Second shot up. Neither one goes. That time for Ogunike.
Ogunike right off the bench grabs a rebound.
So a 2-point lead. Carlisle would like to make it a half at the third quarter or get a 1-point lead right here. There's the flash. The flash remain inside that zone.
Looks like they're trying to overload this right side here.
They've got a touch there. Anytime you want to Ezekiel Thomas, who's standing in there and maybe just kicking weak side. But they're definitely not looking for a deuce right now unless they're going to try to dump it baseline to Jeremiah Snyder. Snyder's always opposite of where Thomas is. He's running behind the zone. 11 seconds, coach, getting in that danger zone now.
Yes.
There's the baseline. They're looking for Christopher. Christopher gets jumped. Christopher throws it up with a one-hander. Not going to go. Knocked away. Are they going to get a shot off? No. And that is the end of the third quarter. 38-36. The Eagles lead it. We head to the final quarter. This is your High School Sports Live TV. Game of the week. here on Fox 43.2. Before we go to that third quarter, let's check in right now with Jeff Thompson with another timeout for Thompson. He's right down here on the baseline. I think he's got a guy down here who played a little basketball in this gym over the years, and I can't wait to hear this interview.
Well, it'll be a good interview.
As Jeff is out here on the court, and he's got a guy coming down right now. And Jeff, take it away.
I talked to Nolan Bazolka's older brother, and he anticipated this kind of performance because he said his younger brother outate him at Christmas dinner. But right here, we have someone who doesn't have a horse in this fight right now, but he sure used to. Perry Owens, a legend in Carlisle High School. Perry, you played for Coach Gene Evans. Can you tell us a little bit about playing for Coach Evans?
I mean, everything with Coach Evans, I mean, he had us play defense. I mean, our defense was, if you weren't playing defense, you weren't on the court. You know, our defense, we made buckets off of our defense. So that's, I mean, Gene Evans was a great coach. I mean, somebody that you wanted to play for, you know, when you were a kid. And then once you got there to play with him, you know, everything was fine. I mean, our defense was what we wanted. And
that's exactly true, Perry. And this is what we have tonight, a defensive battle. Thanks a lot for stopping down and talking for a minute.
Jeff Thompson, timeout with Thompson. Perry Owens tonight, a legend here in Carlisle. As we start the fourth quarter, Gary Sutton, Kirk Small with you here, and we got a good one on our hands, Coach.
Absolutely. I'd like to see 25 be a little more active offensively.
You mean like that?
Yes.
But
yes,
get a little stronger move in the end, right?
Yes.
He's only a sophomore. We're talking about Spencer Griffey there in the game, who's been saddled with fouls tonight with 3 fouls. He didn't play at all in the third quarter. So they've been doing it without the big guy in there.
There's that high-low.
Underneath, and boom, gets drilled. I think it's going to be called on probably Snyder.
Nolan Gilbert threw a dime. Great job.
Tell you, they are just focused on that high-low all of the time. And that's the 4th foul now. Yep, 4th foul against Griffey. So just as he gets in the game and gets a shot off, now he's back on the bench again. Maybe. We'll see. Shot is short by Boone. So Boone, first miss he's had tonight. He's 4 out of 5 from the line. Let's see if he gets his second one down. They're going to get Griffey out of there one more time just for a few minutes. You got to wonder what number Andre Anderson has to get Griffey back in.
Yes, it's going to be a tough decision, but they're going to need him.
Boone with a sweet stroke. And Boone now with 7 points tonight. He's been on and off the bench all evening. You'll kind of wonder if he's got a little sickness or something like that, because he has had a lot of time out of the game this evening.
Right. Cumberland Valley in the zone.
Look how they really lock that zone in, don't they?
Yes. I think it's a smart move.
Really is.
To move number 4, Jaden Smith.
Yep.
Into the key, in and around the foul line.
A guy with a scoring mentality with one dribble is going to be to the basket.
Yes.
What's happening now, they're making sure they can't get the pass to Smith, but also it's causing them to have to throw slow passes over the top of the zone.
Yeah.
And man, big hit there off the hands of Lucas Lean for Carlisle. A big 3. Ties it up 39-39.
6'2 sophomore delivers.
Off the bench, there's the high-low. That's off Boone's hands. He captures it along the baseline, but it's tipped out of bounds by Carlisle. It'll stay with Cumberland Valley. They are so focused on that high-low.
That's what they do.
Forwards passing all the time.
They hang their hat on it.
Dave Vespignani has loved that over the years. Boom, back to the outside. There's Bazalka. He's being guarded pretty hard right now by Christopher. Christopher doing a pretty good job on Bazalka this last quarter. This has turned into a defensive slug by 2 teams that know how to play defense.
High-low.
Look at that. Jaden Smith fights it off. Nice job by Smith. Smith got Boone out away from the basket where Smith lives a little bit better, and he had the option or had the advantage there.
Carlisle's being very patient.
They want to get the touch to Smith, but
yes,
every weak side guy, there it is.
There you go.
And then you look baseline, back to Smith. Nice play, and Smith not able to hook up, and he's going to get fouled.
That's the action that they need to pull ahead. I mean, that's their best guy. Give him the ball in situations where he can score, and it'll work out really favorable for the Thundering Herd.
For Jaden Smith, who has 9 points tonight, had a tough night, really, offensively. Up and in, and gives Carlisle a 1-point lead. What I like there is they had Jeremiah Snyder behind the zone. So Smith hits the pass to Snyder. The zone backs up, and then it's like a give and go. You step forward.
Yes.
Instead of the inside guy trying to score inside, you throw it right back to the guy coming to the basket. Second shot missed by Smith. But a 1-point lead now for Carlisle, 6 minutes to play.
Coach, as we said earlier, that's one of the things that not only the Carlisle team, but Jaden has got to do a better job of at the free throw line.
There's that down screen, and Bazalka steps out to the top of the key. Set piece, his third three of the night. He's got 18 points in the game. Bazalka by far and away maybe the MVP in this game so far here this evening.
Bazalka, the 6'3" sophomore, he's doing it inside, outside, both boards. He's doing an excellent job.
Coming up at the end of the game, the Capital Blue Cross post game and the Hoffman Ford player of the game and the Capital Region Insurance Agency play of the game as Smith trying to extend himself here. Gets it up, not going to go, and Bazalka with a rebound.
Bazalka.
Not going to go. Smith trying to get the rebound. He and Snyder fighting it off. Picked away there by Hunter. And I think they're going to call backcourt or not. Yeah. And I think what they're saying is he didn't have control yet. That's the case Coach Vespignani is trying to make. That he didn't quite have control, but he touched it here in this court.
That was a great hustle by J.D. Hunter.
42-40 right now. Cumberland Valley with a lead. This is what the Mid-Penn's all about, ladies and gentlemen. This is a grinder. Two teams that are going to have a lot to say about who wins this before the end of the season.
Absolutely. This is Mid-Penn Commonwealth basketball at its finest.
You've been in a few
Good
of these
cut.
kinds of games. Back cut.
Oh, nice
play.
pass.
Maybe the play of the night so far as they find Snyder underneath on the back cut. A beautiful pass. 42-42. Bison tie for the lead here.
Lucas Ream, the 6'2" sophomore guard. Heck of a pass.
Look at Bazalka. Look at Bazalka. Just taking the basket hard. Nolan Bazalka, 20 points in the game, and going to the line looking for 21, and back up on top go the Eagles.
He's a runaway truck, Coach. This guy can play basketball. He's very, very physical.
You know, I watched this Cumberland Valley team tonight, Coach Smallwood. Ruggedness is what I think about. Ruggedness.
Yeah, you have to be tough to play for Cumberland Valley, that's for sure.
And that one up and in, and Bazalka continues to thrive here. 10 points in the second half. He's got 21 in the game now. 9:32 to go. 4:32 to go here in the fourth quarter. 3-point lead.
Cumberland Valley back into man-to-man.
Christopher pulls up. Christopher can't let it go. Rebound by Gilbert. Now for Cumberland Valley, you just keep working that inside to death, don't you?
They're going to just pass the ball around and see if they can get a high-low situation or a screen roll off the elbows.
Bazalka definitely the hot hand out there right now for the Eagles. He's looking to go every time. And he's going to draw the foul.
He loves that contract.
He's got the matchup he wanted with Lucas Ream, and so he took it right to the basket. Ream with his first foul of the evening. 4:01 to go in this one. 3-point lead.
Looks like every time Bazalka catches the ball, he likes the matchups.
Yep.
He's like, hey, this guy can't guard me, you know, and he's taking advantage of it.
And there he is, and he's making it count at the line when he gets there. 22 points in the game. He is 5 out of 5 from the free throw line tonight as they get Griffey back in there. We wondered when he get back in. 4-minute mark right there it is.
Yes. They need his size, they need his toughness, and they're going to need his rebounding.
You wonder if they're going to go to a little bit more of maybe a zone here against Cumberland Valley with him in there. And so the second one is up and good from Bazalka as he continues to score. We got a timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. 4 minutes to play. We got a good one coming down the stretch. 47-42. Cumberland Valley leads. It's the High School Sports Live TV Game of the Week on Fox 43.2.
Everybody knows Hoffman has it. Did you know Hoffman has even more? There's the fully stocked Hoffman Ford Parts and Accessories Department, the Hoffman state-of-the-art collision facility, confidence in our ultra-modern service facility, peace of mind with master technicians, satisfaction with low prices.
Do I really need to say it again? Hoffman has it.
Only at Hoffman Ford, Colonial Park.
Hoffman Ford, just what you're looking for. Hoffman has it.
Advanced Hoops is offering middle school basketball league for any kids who need more playing experience over the winter. It's not too late to go to advancedhoops.com. We're seeing some advanced hoops out here tonight, Coach, and some rugged hoops so far. And you got some numbers there from the 4-minute mark in. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Right now, Carlisle is 4 for 10 from the free throw line, and Cumberland Valley is 14 for 19.
And we got a 5-point lead.
Got a 5-point game.
Anybody want to take a look at the numbers? Thanks to Jeff Thompson, who's keeping some of those numbers over there for us tonight. This is a huge possession coming down. I know we have 4 minutes to play. It's a world of time, but these possessions are starting to look a little bit more important as we come down the stretch.
Exactly, Coach. Cumberland Valley is in a man-to-man.
A little backdoor, little handoff there for Parker Smith, who hasn't touched the ball too much. He had that little stretch where he's running. Christopher throws it away.
Was it tip, Coach?
Is a tip. Going to stay with Carlisle. It was interesting what they ran there. 2 guards off the top screen there, and then looking for the 3 in the corner if they didn't get it.
That was a nice play selection by Coach Anderson.
Coming out of that timeout. Here's Christopher. Christopher trying to make some penetration.
Got to get to the rack.
One of the things I used to watch in your guys, the first dribble always was so hard to the basket, is Jaden Smith getting the shot up there as he wormed his way through. He'll go to the line for 2. Foul is up against Cumberland Valley.
And Coach, that's the 6th team foul for Cumberland Valley.
Wow.
That means a lot.
Nolan Bazalka with the foul, only his 2nd of the night. So here at the line, big free throws right now from Jaden Smith, a 64% shooter. He's 2 out of 4 tonight, so mixed results so far. I always used to wonder what a guy could shoot in the last 4 minutes of a game, though. It was always a number we looked at.
Some guys don't want to go to the foul line. 4 minutes left, Coach.
I think this is a guy who does. Let's see if he knocks this one down. Yep. Pretty sweet stroke there on the second one.
I'm really impressed by Jaden Smith's development.
11 points in the game tonight. And in the backcourt, you get a foul called here. And the foul, I think, is going to be against Christopher.
That's the
Check that number 4,
foul.
rather. That's going to be on Jaden Smith. We'll do it one more time there for you, ladies. Yeah, Jaden Smith. So Smith with 14 fouls now. Shot up good.
Cumberland Valley is doing a decent job knocking down free throws, but nothing's more important than inside 4 minutes.
6 out of 7, make that 6 out of 8 now as Boone misses the second one. He's got 8 points in the game, 5-point lead. And you start to think about it, not maybe this early, but in terms of possessions. You're up 2 possessions right now, 1 long, 1 short. Long being a 3, a short being a deuce. Now you got a 1-4 high.
Coach, it almost looks like they're doing an inverted triangle and 2 or something, because 14 isn't guard. Well, he's guarding 25.
When
Big
Jaden
shot.
Smith buries it. Smith now with 14 points of the game.
High-low.
High-low to Boone. Boone's got to get it. Boone goes up hard. Bucked away there by Griffey. What a play by Griffey. Carrying 4 fouls and knocks it away. Defensive play of the game right now. Now you got Parker Smith back. This is back out. And everything's going to go through the hands of Jaden Smith now this last 2:35.
Yes. Yes.
Christopher's got to be a little careful. He's trying to go one-on-one. Pulls up, does Christopher. Not a necessarily good shot. That was one-on-one with a pull-up. You'd like to see something closer to the basket, maybe drawing a foul.
Yes. Got to get in the paint. Penetrate and pitch.
So important to value the clock right now, too, Coach. Get good quality shots and possessions. Here's Bazalka. You know where he's going. Stolen away.
Turnover.
Parker Smith holds on to it.
Coach, I'd like to see Parker Smith just get it and go. This
Oh,
attack.
big time look outside.
There you go.
Jaden Smith with 17 points, and he's put Carlisle on top by 1 with under 2 to play.
He's come to life, Coach. He's come to life.
Jaden Smith with 2 threes in a row after missing 1 foul shot. He's got 7 on the last 8 points. Inside it goes to Gilbert, and there it is, and Gilbert is going to get fouled on the play of that high-low pass from Boone.
Great pass, great catch, and good help defense.
It almost reminds you of the old days of Larry Bird with the Celtics. Remember, he was like 1 step ahead on chess.
Yes.
You get the ball, and he'd redirect it, and that's exactly what Boone did there, is redirected that high-low pass down to Gilbert. Gilbert's shot is up and good. Here's a guy that's played a quietly outstanding game tonight. 12 points in the game for Gilbert, and he's 4 out of 5 from the line.
Yes.
They've beaten their numbers at the line tonight in terms of free throws.
He's got to get to the line for the rest of the game, Coach, because he can make them.
This is the big one here. This puts him on top with 1:42 to play. Gilbert up. Gilbert good. Says, I've been making these all year, Coach. No problem here. You find out a lot about your players and who makes them when it's really the game on the line here at the end. And we got a timeout on the floor from Carlisle. We'll take one as well. A 1-point lead for Cumberland Valley. 1:37 to go. Don't leave that screen.
Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rentals, parts, and service needs of its customer. Students, begin your professional journey in a high-demand field with Groff Tractor. Contact us today to discover the power of our technician internship programs. Groff Tractor also offers scheduled maintenance along with 24/7 emergency service. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
And welcome back. And we got a barn burner coming down the stretch. Coach, take me in the huddle right now for Andre Anderson. What's he saying to his team? They're down by 1:37 to go. What's he saying?
First of all, they're going to have to play very, very good defense and defend their defensive board. If they can come up with some offensive opportunities off the glass, they're going to have to make sure they finish it. Defensively, they're going to have to stay with their guy. They're going to have to stay in front of their guy and contest all their jump shots.
They've got the ball here in their half of the court right now, and a chance to take the lead or tie it up or take the lead by 2 with a 3. They got Christopher right in the middle on the defense. He's going down and screening down for Ogunike here to start.
Screen pop out. Nice set play.
They're posted up Jaden Smith on Jackson Boone, who's guarding him. Size differential of Boone, quickness to Jaden Smith. There's Parker Smith, gets fouled.
That was an excellent play.
Now he's going to get either a 1-and-1 here. That you look like he's called a push, no shot, but it's a 1-and-1. It's a 1-and-1. That's exactly right. So Smith going to the line now. Parker Smith, who's 0 for 1 at the free throw line tonight. He's got 8 points in the game. 6 of them in the third quarter. Hasn't touched the ball much scoring-wise in the fourth. Big free throw here. Up. Misses it. That was 1-and-1. Keep playing. It was a 1-and-1.
It was a 1-and-1.
You can't do it now. You're going to have to call a walk, or you're going to have to call a timeout or something. Boone was walking with the ball. The officials weren't sure. They did call 1-and-1.
A little bit more communication amongst the officials.
They're going to give it to Cumberland Valley, I think, on the baseline.
Coach Carlisle is 3 for 3 from 3 in the fourth quarter.
I'll tell you what, you could have called a walk there. Before they blew the whistle, Boone was kind of walking around with the ball. He wasn't sure what was going on. But they're going to give the ball to Cumberland Valley here. Indecision by everybody except for...
You need better game management amongst the officials.
There you go. So Andre Anderson asked the referee, said, didn't he walk a little bit? He did go over. Andre, class act. I think everybody was stunned on that one. No one knew it was 1-on-1 since the original guy had called it. So here we go. Order is restored. 1:13 to go. And you're going to get a full court press now from Carlisle, most assuredly.
It's like a 1-2-1-1.
The one time they pressed tonight, Carlisle beat it down, or Cumberland Valley beat it down. So they're just looking to get a possession here. They don't care about the points right now. The possession is what they're looking at. Man-to-man defense here, under a minute to play.
Cumberland Valley will be very, very careful with the ball.
There's your foul. And the foul's going to be on Christopher. He needs to watch himself here a little bit. Christopher called for the foul. That's the 10th foul. There's the double bonus, the dreaded double bonus. And you send to a line a guy who has not been involved in scoring much tonight, Dylan Levis. In fact, he hasn't been involved in scoring at all. He's only a 50% free throw shooter from the line, but what's the rule?
Some guys want to go there, some don't.
And he first miss of the night with a 1-point lead. So unless nobody's on the line there for Cumberland Valley, so if you don't get this rebound, it's your own fault.
Right.
But you're going to get a chance to at least tie it up here, or maybe take the lead with a 3. Let's see.
Got a lot of confidence in Levis.
There
you go.
Buries the second one. He says, give me the ball. I'll put it down for you. 2-point lead, 51-49, 50 seconds to go. Smith with the ball. He got an isolation on that side. He's looking for Griffey. Christopher trying to go to the basket. Griffey back out to Smith. Smith got some room to go. Kicks it. Parker Smith. Boy, they shutting down that middle. Cumberland Valley. Here's Jaden Smith. Jaden Smith.
Way to go in there.
It's a charge.
It's charged.
Oh my goodness. Player control foul, and Smith. Huge call.
Huge call.
Oh, my goodness. Boy, you thought he tied it up. And Jaden Smith, not only player control, it's his 5th foul. What a huge play at the 33.5-second mark. Take a look at it. We'll see the replay. Jaden Smith trying to make it happen. You're going to have to foul here right now. And they break it down court. Norland Gilbert's going to try to score. The timeout, David Vestignani. We're going to keep it right here. 24 seconds to go. 2-point lead, Cumberland Valley. It looked like a double dribble here for a moment along the baseline, Coach Smallwood. Take a look and talk us through it and tell us what Vestignani is saying in his huddle this time, too.
Coach Vestignani is going to hold on to the ball. He's going to tell his kids, you're going to get fouled, protect the ball, make free throws.
They got the ball to Gilbert. Now watch Gilbert. Gilbert is not sure. He wants to score, and then he says, well, take a dribble.
He gets bumped a little bit.
He got bumped a little bit, and I don't think that the official could see him because he was being shielded away there by Ezekiel Thomas. So Cumberland Valley with the basketball, 24 seconds to go. Jaden Smith fouls out on the charge, the player control foul. He's on the bench, which now you got to think if you get the ball back and have a chance to win this one, it's going to be Parker Smith or maybe Christopher with the shot. But right now the first job is to get the ball back if you're Carlisle.
Absolutely. And Coach, there's only been 1 turnover in this quarter. Cumberland Valley is 8 for 11 from free throws. Carlisle's 2 for 5 at home.
Take a look at the numbers right now. 49 points a game Carlisle's given up. They've given up 51 tonight.
Whoa.
2 over their average, and you know it might be enough here for Cumberland Valley. They're trying to get in. Another timeout called as David Vestignani says, get it to a guy right away, and he says, I got to call another timeout here. We'll take one as well. We'll come right back here. This is High School Sports Live TV on Fox 43.2.
Where were you last night? Do you know how embarrassing that was for me? No. Don't deflect. Well, that wasn't passive aggressive. Listen, I just need to know that I can trust you're going to be there when I need you. Hello? Our money just hung up on me.
Not cool. Track your spending with our personal finance tool. Just another way to have better conversations with your money from F&M Trust.
And welcome back to Carlisle in the final few seconds. Another barn burner here tonight in the mid-pen. This for first place for the early part of the season. And there it is. And I'm going to tell you something. And I don't second-guess officials too often, but it looked to me like you might have had a walk there on Dylan Levis when he caught it.
Absolutely. Absolutely, Coach.
The referees, by the way, have done a great job here tonight. They really have called out standing.
They've worked very, very hard.
Let them play. And I know you don't want a game to end on that either. So Levis is back at the line here, and that's the guy they wanted to foul.
Absolutely. He's a senior, Coach.
He's 1 out of 2.
22.7 left.
You said you like him at the line. Now he makes this a long possession. If he makes that, look at that stroke. No sweat in those palms.
No, not at all.
So now you got Griffey back in there. You take out Ezekiel Thomas. You put your starting team back on the floor right now if you're Carlisle, and you decide how you're going to score because you don't have Jaden Smith out there. This is the one that's the biggie. This is the 2-possession game right here if he makes this.
This is why you shot him in the driveway all summer.
Levis up and short.
Front end.
A 3-pointer ties it up here. And timeout, Andre Anderson will stay right here. 18.8 seconds to go. Well, Coach Smallwood, we're taking into another huddle here.
Oh, my goodness.
What do you tell your guys this huddle? Your best scorer is off the floor. So now you got to say, we want to make sure we get a quality possession. But what do you do here? What are you talking about?
You run your best play for your best player on the floor.
Are you running it for a 3 right away? But 18.8 seconds. You're
if you can get an early one.
Yeah.
If you can get it inside of 16 or 15, you take the 2. Other than that, you got to go with your best player for 3. And in my opinion, Parker Smith is the guy he's going to look for.
Parker Smith's the guy that looks for the score, although Christopher tonight has 3 threes on the evening. So
yes,
there you have it. So I think they'll run a play for Christopher here myself. But you know, either one of those 2 guys, those would be the guys I'd be looking for right now. They're guard-oriented in there with the 2 scores that they have.
And the good part is, Coach, they have options.
Yeah, they do.
They have options.
Well, let's see what Coach Andre Anderson comes up with here. His team 5-2 in the season, 1-1 in the mid-pen. They don't want to go 1-2.
No.
2-0 for Cumberland Valley. They haven't been beaten yet this season. They're 7-0 overall. Two great coaches coming down the final moments here of this one. Parker Smith's going to get it in the backcourt.
Very well played game. Very well coached game.
And you see Levis is right there on Christopher. Christopher's going to get it. Here he comes across the baseline. Levis right with him. Levis right in it. Christopher dishes it off. You can't have time for that. You got to let it go. They do. It's not going to go. Rebounded by Boone. Knocked out of bounds. 2.7 seconds to go. Should belong to Carlisle. Maybe not. It goes off Carlisle, out of bounds, and Cumberland Valley's got it. And now what you say is get it to the other end of the court.
Yes, somehow, some way.
Or get a player that's right in front of you and cover it up. You got to be almost face guard here. You don't even want the Cumberland Valley player catching this. They're going to get a screen back from Hunter onto Levis. There it is. You got it. Game's over. That's pretty much, well, not over yet. This young man has been wonderful from the free throw line tonight. We're talking about Nolan Bazalka. And if you wanted someone stepping in there right now, 6 out of 6 would do it.
Absolutely. I mean, he's been a very, very huge factor on both ends throughout the game. He's did a good job offensive rebounding. He's done a good job protecting the defensive boards, loose balls, and he gets a chance to seal it.
Parker Smith fouls out. What a fight here tonight. This is what the season's going to look like in the mid-pen this year. Can't wait to see more of these. Shot is up by Bazalka and good. Point 24 on the board.
Nolan Bazalka.
Man. Ruggedness personified, 2-possession lead. Now you tell your team just get away from anybody.
Don't touch them, don't foul them.
Don't do anything.
Do what they do.
Bazalka's final shot missed here. And that is it, 53-49. Cumberland Valley grinds out a tough one here on the road tonight at Carlisle. What an outstanding game. And get ready right now for our Capital Blue Cross post-game analysis, our Capital Region play of the game, and our Huffman Ford player of the game, and our Capital Blue Cross post-game report right after this on High School Sports Live TV on Fox 43.2.
Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rentals, parts, and service needs of its customer. Students, begin your professional journey in a high-demand field with Groff Tractor. Contact us today to discover the power of our technician internship programs. Groff Tractor also offers scheduled maintenance along with 24/7 emergency service. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
More choices, more laughter, more time to play, and less need to worry. At Capital Blue Cross, we're driven by a simple goal: to go the extra mile for you through all of life's ups and downs, and to always be there when you need us. Capital Blue Cross, going the extra mile for you.
The Jet Giambavo family of dealerships. 9 great franchises in 5 locations. Buick GMC, Hyundai, Genesis of York, Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Giambavo Hyundai of Hanover, and our newest dealership, Jack Giambavo Mazda. The Giambavo family of dealerships. Over 30 million in new and pre-owned inventory. With a reputation for quality service after the sale, Giambavo is proud to serve your community. Find out why. The Jack Giambavo family of dealerships. 5 great locations. Online at giambavo.com.
More options, less settling, more value, and more smiles. Capital Blue Cross Medicare gives you more opportunities to stay healthy, enjoy life, and be there for the people you love. With more coverage, more benefits, and premiums as low as $0, accepted by top doctors across the country. more ways that Capital Blue Cross Medicare is going the extra mile for you.
What are you doing? Getting the money for the RV we've been wanting. I know you're in there, money.
They're saying we can get a line of credit based on what we've already paid into our home.
Oh, that's pretty clever. Huh, no harm done.
Borrow from your home with our FlexLock line of credit. Have better conversations with your money with F&M Trust.
And welcome back to our Capital Blue Cross post-game show. Gary Sutton with you, Kirk Smallwood, Jeff Thompson. What a great game here tonight, guys. 53-49. Truly a great defensive game. Great job this evening. And, we take a look here at the post-game, and we're talking a little bit about Carlisle. Some pretty good scoring here tonight. Jaden Smith with 17 points. You got Julian Christopher with 14. You had Jeremiah Snyder with 7 pretty good points here in the second half, but just not quite enough at the end. Kurt, what do you think of this Carlisle team tonight?
I think they played really hard. Hats off to Coach Anderson. He came in with a good game plan. His kids were ready. They did what he wanted them to do, and they just fell a little short.
Jeff, the foul line tonight, getting to the free throw line, the penetration, the high-low game by Cumberland Valley was tough all night long. They got to the line a lot more than did Carlisle.
Well, they got to the line 38 times, but not only did they get to the line, they stuck 26 of them. And meanwhile, Carlisle was not shooting it very well, 7 for 20 from the foul line. And I think that was a big difference in the game. And I agree with Kirk. I think Carlisle came out in the second half. They were shooting really well. They shot their threes well in the second half, made a great game of it. And if it wasn't for that block charge call at the end, it could have gone the other way.
You talk about coming out second half, and you were talking about getting in the paint with the guards. Parker Smith came out and got on fire the second half. 3 straight buckets down the lane. You got Christopher doing a little bit more, getting down the lane the second half. And of course, Jaden Smith, that's a given. Yeah, that was a good adjustment when they put Jaden Smith on the block, when he got a nice layup there. So let's talk about this Cumberland Valley team. 8-0 now, 3-0 in the mid-pen here in the early going. Long way to go yet. We got a lot of mid-pen games going on this season, but I tell you what, they are rugged.
Nolan Bazalka, as a sophomore, is owning the floor right now.
He really looks to score. He's got a nose for the basket, but you watch that high-low action between he and Gilbert and Boone. Those three guys really make them go, and then it opens up. So like tonight, look at J.D. Hunter didn't have to score tonight. He scored a bucket. That was it. And other than that, he averaged 11 a game. They didn't need him.
Cumberland Valley shared the wealth tonight. And again, that high-low, that powerful high-low situation they got going on there was very, very effective.
And if you happen to wander in amongst their defense, get out of town. I mean, these guys play it hard, and they play it clean. But I'll tell you what, there's not second shots for you. If you put shots up there, they cover the boards pretty well.
They do a good job.
I think they did a nice job on the boards, although Carlisle's fight kept them in the game. They were really tough.
Oh, this Carlisle team is really good, and so is Cumberland Valley. Now, I wouldn't be surprised to see these two fighting out at the end of the season, maybe for first place in the mid-pen. Let's talk a little bit about our Capital Region play of the game tonight. Our Capital Region Insurance Agency play of the game. There were a bunch of them tonight I thought were pretty good. There were a couple key ones, like that block you called at the end of the game, charge on Jaden Smith. He went out of the game on that. But let's take a look and see what Chad Edwards has dialed up for us tonight in our Invicta crew. Here we go. That is a great call from Boone to Gilbert, because that's emblematic of what they did all night, Coach Smallwood.
That's what they do. I mean, Coach believes in it. The kids believe in it. They know it works. They got the size. They got the passers. And they have the finishers.
And they trust each other.
Yes.
And what they do is if you don't get that wide open, they'll pin you on the high side and throw it right over the top. And these guys know what they're doing when they get it down inside. So that's our Capital Region Insurance Agency play of the game. Our Hoffman Ford player of the game tonight has already been mentioned here this evening. Nolan Bazalka, a sophomore, 24 points tonight. This guy just took over. And you watch him, nose to the basket. You miss the shot outside, you put it back up, and look at this kid. He looks like a football player, but man, does he play hard like that, gets a steal, and then knows how to finish off on the other end. Doesn't mind getting hit on the way either.
And he's their best outside shooter.
Yes, there was a sequence where he hit one from the left side, comes back, hits one from the right side.
They ran that little down screen set piece for him a couple times tonight, and then he hits that one off the left side, as you said, Coach. I mean, in, down, inside, all around the town, and a lot of spirit to go with it. Nolan Bazalka is our Hoffman Ford player of the game tonight. 53-49 this evening. You talk about the game. They had 24 points for Bazalka. He had 13 points for Nolan Gilbert, who quietly played an outstanding game inside tonight. And the other part of that big threesome inside, Jackson Boone with 8 points tonight, numerous blocks, numerous rebounds. And this team goes out of here tonight 8-0. Now 3-0 in the mid-pen on the other side. You're 1-2 if you're in the mid-pen if you are Carlisle, but you are 5-3 overall and still having a successful season so far. Thanks to everyone here tonight for helping us out at Carlisle. Great place to come. Always wonderful history here, the 4 straight state championships. A lot of fun having Jeff Thompson aboard tonight. Doing a great job not only as a commentator, but he was working on the stats behind the scenes here this evening, so he's a guy of many skills. Kirk Smallwood, of course, Chad Edwards, and our whole Invicta crew. We're going to get together with you again for another game coming up on this coming Tuesday, the 3rd. Hey, it's the mid-pen. We're back in there again. 2 outstanding teams, CD East, and we're going to be up in Chambersburg. Looking forward to that game as we head off to Chambersburg. That's almost like out of state, isn't it? We're looking forward to it. For Kirk Smallwood, for Jeff Thompson, for Chad Edwards, our whole Invicta crew, thanks so much for joining us. A very happy New Year to you all. And for Cumberland Valley tonight, it's a little happier because they're 8-0 now in the mid-pen, 3-0 in the mid-pen, and they're heading into a big mid-pen season along with Carlisle. Thanks for joining us on the High School Sports Live TV Game of the Week. Again, 53-49, your final score. Happy New Year, everyone. We'll see you next Tuesday.